Hi, my name is Sagey Bee, and this is a story about God's creation of the earth. In the beginning, there was nothing, just darkness and silence. Then, God had a wonderful idea to create a masterpiece. God decided that it was time for some light, so on the first day of creation, God made light. A powerful voice echoed through the darkness, shaking the silence. God proclaimed, "Let there be light!" And just like that, the darkness disappeared and was replaced by the glow of God's beautiful light. God saw the light he had created and saw that it was good. On the second day, God created the sky to separate heaven from the waters below. He began to part the waters, creating a clear, empty space. God was pleased, but his wonderful plan was still unfolding. There was still much to be done. The sky stretched out above the crystal blue waters below. God gathered the waters below, and dry earth was formed. Mountains, valleys, and flat lands were formed, reshaping the face of the earth. Towering mountains touched the heavens, their peaks reaching up to the sky. On the third day, God also created the plants and trees, each plant and tree growing seeds to make more of their own kind. From the dry earth, life exploded forth, painting the world a vibrant green. From that moment forward, each plant fulfilled its destiny, scattering its seeds to grow more of its own kind. And every year the earth enjoyed new trees, plants, and flowers. Each spring life renewed, covering the land with new trees, plants, and flowers. Who else but God could create so much beauty? But God was not finished yet. On the fourth day, God created the sun. Immediately, the sun came to life and bathed the earth below in golden warmth and radiant light. Then, God commanded the moon to materialize and light the night sky. Just like that, God hung the moon. The moon reflected the sun's glow, casting a gentle light across the darkness. But God was not finished yet. Across the vast darkness, God sprinkled countless stars that twinkled like sparkling diamonds. God looked at all he had created on the fourth day, his sun, moon, and twinkling stars, and saw that it was all good. On the fifth day, God created the fish of the water and the birds of the sky. The waters were filled with beautiful fish, and above, countless birds flew, their sweet songs filling the air. From heaven, God's divine voice proclaimed, "Be fruitful and multiply." The ocean was then filled with mommy and daddy fish and their babies, and the sky and trees of the earth were filled with mommy and daddy birds and their beautiful babies. God watched over his creation, a peaceful smile on his lips, yet he knew something was missing. So, on the fifth day, God created the animals. Just like that, God created every kind of animal you could imagine. Again, God was pleased, but he still wanted to create something very special, someone who could enjoy his beautiful earth. So, God gathered the dust of the earth into his hands, and the water he had created, and with divine precision, God molded the dust of the earth into the form of a man. God named the man Adam. Then, God breathed life into Adam's lungs. Adam's eyes fluttered open, and he saw God's beautiful Garden of Eden. Adam was in awe as he saw the magnificent beauty of his garden. In the beautiful Garden of Eden, God thoughtfully watched Adam as he wandered alone. God saw that Adam was lonely, and that concerned him. Suddenly, another wonderful plan sparked in God's mind. God then created Eve to be Adam's close friend. Adam turned, and his face lit up with pure joy as he saw Eve for the first time. Finally, Adam had someone he could talk to. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve explored the beautiful earth and enjoyed all God had given them. Every day was a new joyful discovery. Adam and Eve also enjoyed the many wonderful animals God gave to them. The entire Garden of Eden was filled with peace, and the songs of birds filled the air. Adam and Eve shared a deep connection with God, basking in his endless love. Living in God's divine love, their spirits were joyful in the peaceful sanctuary. On the seventh day in the Garden of Eden, God blessed the day and declared it holy, a day of rest. God himself rested on that seventh day. Creating the entire world was a lot of work. Peace filled the air, and a gentle breeze rustled through the trees. The Garden of Eden was God's perfect creation, every pebble, bug, and raindrop. In the heart of paradise, God enjoyed a pure moment of peace and tranquility. In the radiant sunlight, the Garden of Eden and all of her beautiful plants and animals thrived. One day, God said to Adam, "I have given you this garden, filled with fruit trees. You may freely eat from any tree within it, except this one, God added. He pointed to a particular tree. He told Adam, "You may not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil." Adam could choose to obey God or not. God said, "The gift of choice is the freedom to obey or not obey, and to understand the consequences of your choice." In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve explored a paradise of vibrant life. Every day was filled with beauty and joy. Each morning they awoke to sunlight shining through the trees and sparkling on the water of the ponds and streams. One day, they came upon the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A silent question passed between them. The air was filled with the fragrant perfume of flowers and the sweet promise of ripe fruit. The garden was alive with the gentle songs of birds, filling the garden with peace. Adam was filled with gratitude. "We are truly blessed to call this paradise our home," he said. Adam and Eve lived happily in the Garden of Eden, and one day had children of their own. So that is my story about God's creation of the earth. I hope you enjoyed it. Just like Adam and Eve, we have the gift of choice every day. What will you choose? God created everything and everyone. Always remember, we are all special and we are all loved by God. Please like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow and bring Bible stories to other kids. Thanks.